Washington, it's Husky Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Clark. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Yeah, but how about these short yardage situations? Having a weapon like this, a quarterback that can run the football. He only needed a few. He knew that. Good patience. Scrambles around. Gets the first down. Gets just enough.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw. It's McMillan. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another 1st down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Washington. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the air, it's McMillan. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete 4th down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
He's changing the play. Snapped on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Fires to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the 1st down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out wide right, it's Lockett. Crosses the 35. Lot of room to the right. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion, and he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Henderson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Manning. Looking left. Complete on the comeback. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and their touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Looking for a big play. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those 3rd downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that 3rd down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle that, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
The give to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Here's Manning to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fourth down, Manning. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Buys time to his left. Right down the middle. Left side is Washington. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Right side, it's Winston. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
It's so nice to have that tight end that can be a chess piece. You can move him around, and then guess what? He can break tackles. He can make explosive plays. You've seen tight ends grow and get faster and bigger and stronger, and they throw it to him short, and look at the speed. He does the rest for the long touchdown catch.
From deep, it's Clark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sets his feet. It's McMillan. Looking long. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Buying time to his right. Williams got it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Washington right back to the line. to throw on first. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Second and long here.
Booster, booster! Sweep, sweep! Right! Go!
Wants to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. Lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Back to pass on second down. Intercepted, number 19. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Out wide right, it's Townsend. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Unloads to the wide out. Right side, it's Coleman. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wide right, it's Wingo. Down he goes.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. imagine what a big third down stop by this defense.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Quarterback will keep it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The run inside. It's Henderson. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Offense gets set for second down. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got some room, it was over. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass. It's McMillan. Oh, pressure's coming. At the 35, he's open. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Snap in the shotgun. Lucky to get it off.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Taken down right away. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Maybe a double pass. Right side, it's Coleman. At the 45, on his way. There he goes. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas. Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Rush right in his face. Back open in the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo.
And this is one of those things that are really hard to stop for a defense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Trying to make magic with his feet. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. Well, wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not a lot of room to field this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Sees some running room. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Longhorn. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Getting set for the point after. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. He uncorks one deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. Now Washington uses his third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Changing the routes with his receiver. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Moving out to the right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Clay. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the number 15 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Razorbacks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Finds the big tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Stepping to the right. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Quarterback changing the play. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Looking down the middle. It's caught. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
And now on second down for this offense. Might as well run him again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Out wide left, it's Washington. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Rushes on, and they got him.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so
This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
Arch Madness. Out wide right, it's Henderson. Turns it on in midfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Henderson. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Left side is Wingo. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking to pass. It's McMillan. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Here's a give to Washington. Gain of 8. It's now 3rd and 2. Washington right back to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Extending the play. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.